Hello, another Nero here. How are we all doing? Getting offended. What is it? Why are we so offended when somebody may say something to us? And why is it that some people like to take us to the edge of the cliff? You know, just say things to us and that, and then we're on that edge and we just want to explode sometimes, don't we? We can't very well say anything back because we don't know what to say sometimes, or we are scared of what might happen in the long run. But what is it, and how do we overcome being offended so much? As a Christian, I shouldn't have to think to myself, oh, that person said this to me. Oh, I'm just going to let it go over my head and carry on with my life. We don't always do that though, do we? We let things bother us too much. It's as though that the dark cloud comes over and a weight drops on our heads from the clouds. And it can make us very depressed, and it can make us sick as well. When we absolutely hate somebody or despise someone, I start to get sick. My throat starts, I get like a sickly sensation in the back of my throat. And we've got to get rid of that. That's the enemy. But at the same time, obviously we've got to be wise as well. Wise of people who to pick as friends. People who actually dislike me just are not worthy to be a friend of mine. That's how I see it. God looks out for us all the time, but we have to make the progress of trying his best in life not to get offended. I've really struggled with this in my life because, like I've said on a few videos ago, when people say things and you feel like as though that you just want to pull a gun out and shoot them. Well, that's not a Christian thing to do, is it? Ask for forgiveness, pray for that person, but don't keep telling a lot of people of what went off. I've struggled with gossip quite a few times in my life, and it's not good. It's not godly, and it can lead to other people saying things as well. You say this to somebody and then they'll tell somebody else, that person says it's like Chinese whispers, and then all of a sudden lies has been created. So gossiping about somebody is not good. I mean, the Bible does tell us about gossiping. I can't, if you just give me a few seconds, I might be able to find a scripture from the Bible. Gossip. Right. I found one. I'm going to read this. I'm going to read. Right, it's 1 Timothy 5:12-14, but it seems as though that I'm going to type 11-14 because there's something else before that. Right, I'm just going to read it from 12. So I am currently reading from the Bible Gateway website at 1 Timothy 5:12-14, New King James Version. Having condemnation because they have cast off their first faith. And besides, they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but also gossips and busybodies, saying things which they ought not. Therefore I desire that the younger... Oh no, it's on about widows, forget it. I'm sure it's somewhere else though in the Bible. Therefore I desire that the younger widows marry, bear children, manage the house. It's on about widows and that in it, but obviously it does say about gossiping. Do you know, I'm sure it's somewhere else. Gossiping. No, that's not in. Forget it. I'll have to edit this video now. Yeah, we've just got to pray for people, haven't we? If they've hurt us or anything. Try not to get mad about it. Just pray, ask for forgiveness. Because sometimes if anybody says anything, you know, the heat can get quite hot upstairs in your brain. Know what I mean? And you can have some dodgy thoughts. And what does it say? Having the thought of killing someone, you more or less already done it. Do you know what I mean? God knows our thoughts, and we've got to stop having dodgy thoughts. And if we keep getting dodgy thoughts, we've got to ask God to cleanse us. You know, wash these thoughts away, Lord. I've been alright for the last few weeks, but before that I had a lot of things on my mind. Depression, I was thinking about if I had diabetes, all these other things. No, I'm here on this planet for a reason. By the way, I want to say something right now that you know, the stalking people that have been flashing me when I've been driving. Well, it hasn't happened for a very long time since I've changed my mobile. Now yesterday when I went to work, 3 or 4 different cars came behind me, and when they did, the lights were flashing, full beam on and off. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, it's as though that my number has been passed on to an evil person, and this evil person may have told somebody else of what my mobile number is, because it's tracking, that's what it is. So I just pray for these people that have been doing this to stop. I pray that they will stop doing it in Jesus' name. It might carry on, because when you're doing things for God, the enemy tries to attack you. The fiery arrows from Satan. He's a deceiving jet, the devil, and he can take you down with him. Well, that's what he wants, isn't it? The devil wants to take people to hell. And if we allow it, we can get roped in. I remember once when somebody kept flashing me from behind, and as I pulled up at the traffic lights, I looked in my mirror and I thought, oh, what on earth is this? And it was that stoker who I've showed you before on one of my videos, him and a few others in a car. I don't know what's going off, but I really believe that Satan has got hold of some people and making them do things that they don't want to do. That's what I really think that. I don't want to keep thinking about it because obviously what we've just been talking about, it can drag you down into the valley. It can drag you down, and the thoughts, the depression, the dark cloud can come over, and a weight can come and drop on your head. If you think about stuff like that too much, it's not good. It's not right. Understand? I'm getting a bit thirsty. Just having a drink of water. I'm getting a bit rather hot as well.